Ladies and gentlemen, the judge made a ruling today, and Fani Willis will stay on the case. But Nathan Wade, the special prosecutor, he will be gone. So the MAGA crowd is having a MAGA meltdown. That's what they're having because they really wanted Fani Willis off the case. Well, she's going to stay. The judge just played the divide and conquer thing, you know, that they love playing with us. So they eliminated one and kept the other, a typical divide and conquer. That's how I see it. So, and secondly, I don't believe anybody's personal life should be on trial, but that's what they did in this case. So Nathan Wade resigns after judge says Fani Willis and her office can stay on Trump's Georgia 2020 election case if he steps aside. So he did step aside. Nathan Wade, special prosecutor working with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, resigned his post after a judge ruled Friday that the district attorney, Fani Willis, and her office may remain on the 2020 election case involving President Donald Trump and his allies. So Wade's resignation as a special prosecutor came hours after the Superior Court judge, Scott McAfee, laid out two options that would allow for the continued prosecution of the racketeering case against Donald Trump. And see, that's the thing. I don't think anything should have been distracted away from Donald Trump's case. And I think that's all this was. They had to do something to eliminate the other side. And it didn't quite work out the way they thought because Fani is the one they really wanted gone. And they did not accomplish that at all. So, Trump and his co defendants, this is stemming from a scheme to overturn the results of the 2020 election in Georgia. The district attorney may soon step aside along with her whole office and refer the prosecution to the prosecuting attorney's counsel for reassignment, McAfee wrote in his 23-page decision. So Wade, he's gone. He's gone now. So Wade said in a letter to Willis, with whom he had a relationship with while serving as special prosecutor, that he was stepping down in the interest of democracy, in dedication to the American public, and to move this case forward as quickly as possible. The district attorney accepted his resignation. In her own letter to Wade, praised him for his professionalism and dignity. Willis lauded Wade's patriotism, courage, and dedication to justice in the face of threats against himself and his family, as well as unjustified attacks in the media and in the court on your reputation as a lawyer. So McAfee's decision was in response to a request to disqualify Willis and Wade by Michael Roman. Of all things, his last name is Roman. Okay. A longtime GOP operative and one of Trump's co defendants, who said that there was a romantic relationship between the pair and that Willis had improperly benefited from the relationship. Although Willis acknowledged she and Wade were romantically involved, she fiercely disputed the claim that her relationship began before she hired him in November of 2021. The allegations set off a fiery testimony, which included Willis taking the stand in her own defense. Though McAfee's decision allowed Willis and her office to continue prosecuting the case, if Wade withdrew from the team, he chided Willis for what he said is a tremendous lapse in judgment, which I don't believe it was. I don't believe their relationship got involved or messed up in any kind of way Trump's case. You know how much nepotism these folks play on any given day. They got some nerve raising this issue. I've seen all throughout my career, I've seen their level of nepotism. They got a lot of damn nerve. At least Wade is not related to Willis. She didn't bring somebody in that was unqualified like many of these folks that play all this nepotism. They'll bring somebody in with no experience at all and throw them in the midst of everything. At least he had experience as an attorney. So still, he said Georgia law does not permit the finding of an actual conflict for simply making bad choices, even repeatedly. And it is the trial's court duty to confine itself to the relevant issues. And you know what? If you were doing that, you would never have moved forward with this whole thing with putting their personal life on trial. You ain't down with that. Y'all kill me. You'll say things in a written statement that you don't even do. Y'all are notorious for that crap. Them folks are notorious for that, for real. McAfee said other sources of authority, such as the State Bar of Georgia and the legislature or Fulton County voters, may offer feedback on any unanswered questions that linger. Yeah. So that's all. He just split the team up by taking Wade out. And, you know, wow. McAfee rulings rebuke Willis, an odor of mediocrity. So y'all gonna have to tell me what you think. I really don't believe their relationship had anything to do with the case. I think this should never have gone this far. I'm sure they're not the same. I'm sure they're not the only lawyers that were seeing each other. Okay. And we've heard this, and you heard it in the OJ case. There were dating lawyers even in that case, not on OJ's side, but on California side. Yeah. You know, y'all remember Christopher Darden and Marsha Clark, I believe her name was. Yeah, those two were dating. And you didn't see them raise anything about it during the OJ trial, but those two were dating. So, y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you're thinking about this one. Is it really that important? I really don't believe it was. I think that Trump is in over his head and they had to come up with something to get the other side on. And this judge, I don't agree with the judge's ruling at all, but you may agree with it. A conflict of interest. I've seen it in so many cases in this country. It's not even funny. This one was no bigger than anyone else I've seen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.